Internet. It's Autumn and Phil back for Cape Talk episode 19. And this week, we're talking about The Gifted because we've neglected to talk about it since the series premiere.
I know. It's such a good show.
I know.
Now, I mean, we had the DC TV shows have their mid-season finales last week. This week, we got The Gifted. I think it's going on break for like 3 weeks. Because I finally saw it yesterday on my DVR.
Yeah, there's 3 episodes left. So it's going to be 1 episode and then a double finale episode.
And that's it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought there was like a second half to this season.
Nope.
So we're almost done.
Yeah, it ends in January.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so it comes back in 3 weeks and then 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
They got a lot of ground to cover, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much getting to the conclusion of this story.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's something we've both talked about off camera a lot about this show, where it's like, where do you go from here?
Where is
like,
it going to end?
This literally, there has to be an end to this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't just keep going for seasons with the same thread, so.
And that's it's a topic, a really interesting interview I did with Emma Dumont, a star of the series, earlier this week that I hope to post tomorrow. So it'll be interesting to discuss this with you in depth, you know,
Without
and then
having
and then writing the story tomorrow. So she went really in depth about, you know, in the X-Men universe, how there is never really an end. There's never any resolve. So it's quite interesting to hear her say that as well.
Yeah, that's true, because like in the X-Men comic books and, you know, as we saw in the movies, like they're always fighting something.
Mm-hmm.
Like even when they think they won, they've only delayed the inevitable like extinction of their race. You know what I mean? So
Right.
It's just like, you know, they're always spinning their wheels. Like they'll get like some time to be like chill and happy and do good, and then another Sentinel shows up, or
Right.
Magneto shows up, or somebody shows up to just wreck their day. So, I mean, we'll just go right into this episode,
Yeah.
The Gifted,
The mid-season finale?
the mid-season finale.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we left off with everyone pretty much getting kidnapped. Not kidnapped, like incarcerated. The kids, Blink, and Sonya, who was the one that like manipulates memories or whatever. So we got them. They got taken away by Sentinel Services. They got taken into the research lab.
Right.
Um,
When they were trying to break in to the lab
Yeah.
to save who? Like when they were
Oh, no,
caught,
they
what were they
weren't-
breaking in for?
No, they were trying to, if I recall,
Acquire something?
I feel like they were trying to acquire something, or like to just ruin their energy, like their power or something like that, so they can't function anymore.
Yeah. So
'Cause
like
then-
you mean how they're taking over other mutants and like
Yeah, like they were in like this one facility, and I think that like connected to another facility where all the mutants were being held. So they wanted to get rid of this one so they could attack the other one.
right, I see what you
I
mean.
think that's what it was. I could be completely wrong. You can let us know in the comments. So they got kidnapped. So, not kidnapped. I keep saying that. Incarcerated. They got taken away. And the guy who got his face burned or whatever from when they met with Trask's father or whatever, he knows about the kids and
Right.
how their power of touching hands and holding hands like creates this massive power. So they put them in like this adamantium. That was like a callback to like Wolverine, like an adamantium cage, like cell. And they were like, they had the collars on. They took the collars off, like they turned it off to let them use their powers. And they were like, you know, use your powers and, you know, just give us what we want. And they were refusing and like, no, hell no.
Bam.
Well, they bring in Blink and Sonya because they were like, oh, really? So, because they were like threatening them, like, we're going to hurt you guys. And they're like, you can hurt us all you want. And I know this is like really fresh because I watched it last night. So it was like, they brought in Blink and Sonya. They were like, and he threatened them, like, give me your gun. And like, if you don't do it, I'm going to kill them. And they like try to call his bluff. And he just shot Sonya right in the chest.
At that point it's like they should have just done it from the get. I get the sentiment and I get the principle. You're already stuck in this cell. How do you think it's going to end? You know what I mean?
Well, they were holding out hope that the rest of the mutants would like come save them.
How though?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was hard
They're
because
just
like
kids. It's sad.
it's hard because like as we saw when they finally actually did use their powers, like it wasn't enough to break the cage.
It
like,
almost
it
was,
did.
yeah.
It almost did, but it wasn't enough. So even if they did that from the beginning, they still would have given what they want.
Yeah.
And that was like something they were fighting with afterwards. Like, oh, she died for no reason.
Yeah.
It's like, no, she didn't die. Like, I felt like, no, you kind of saved Blink's life.
Well, you saw that coming, kind of. Her character, or the demise of her character.
Yeah, because you told me that early yesterday before I got to see it.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw it coming.
I didn't tell you. You read spoilers.
No. I read spoilers about the reveal of the Cuckoos. I didn't know about Sonya dying. Yeah, if you haven't watched it yet, we're way late on this, but spoiler alerts. But you told me, but it was not a big deal because it kind of felt like she was gonna die anyway because they were kind of pushing that Blink. I forgot the guy's name, his code name.
Oh, Thunderbird.
Thunderbird. Well, I thought he was Warpath for some reason.
I thought it was his name is Johnny, something like that.
He might be Johnny Thunderbird. Is he Warpath? I might have to look that up. But anyway, so those two characters, they were like, even because they weren't together, but then they got the memories of Blink and everything, and he was kind of like smitten with her or something. I don't know. They were kind of pushing that too hard for me. I was like, oh, Sonya's going to die.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wasn't like, she was pretty much the most expendable one of them.
Her powers are the least.
They were good powers. Like, they're really helpful, but, like, she was, like, enough in the show to give weight to the death, but she wasn't Blink. She wasn't the two guys. She wasn't Polaris.
And she was having an internal struggle about, like, whether she should use her powers or not, because they seem to do more harm than good. They made Turner, like, relive his daughter's death. You know, like,
she brought that up
brutal.
to her, and she started crying. She was like, "Oh, I didn't, that wasn't an accident." And Turner was a dick. It was like, "Oh, I don't want your apologies. I want you to suffer." Something like that. I was like, "Shit, dude! Like, come on."
Yeah, and he tried to. By the end, I guess we'll skip to the end. It all happened so fast, so there really isn't a best way to go.
No, because a lot of it was scheming from the what's her name, Samantha or something.
The non-powered lady.
No, the telepath.
Oh. I forget her name.
It's like Stephanie or Samantha or something, and she was like in the underground place, like telling the parents, "Oh, you should go find him," and then like going around and it's like, "Oh, they left to go find him," and they were like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "We need to go now."
Right.
So she was like manipulating everything from the behind the scenes. So that was pretty much a lot of this episode was. It was like that kind of that back and forth and like what is she up to sort of thing.
Right.
Oh, we actually gave some of her backstory.
Which one?
It was like the episode starts off with her.
Oh,
she's like the assistant to like a senator or something,
right.
And then like she starts hearing voices in her head and she has to leave because Sentinel services are coming after her.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so that was I don't know. They said how many years and I completely missed it.
Yeah,
because it was like then we went to the present day. So that's how the episode started. So you're like,
see, it's funny you say that because at the beginning of the episode I was confused about. When they came in the reveal at the end, I was like, oh, that's the same chick. Like, it took me a second, because sorry, blonde people, but, like, a lot of blonde people kind of look the same to me. I don't know. She has, like, a very, like normal look about her.
Yeah. I mean, in the flashback, she had glasses on or whatever, so, like, the spoilers I read, like, I don't think I wouldn't have deduced that she was a Stepford Cuckoo without it. Because I was like, oh, yeah, that's her sisters talking to her.
So what do you know about them? Because you were pretty excited about the reveal.
Because, I mean, they're a big deal. Like, I mean, I'm not an expert on them, but, like, there are 3 telepaths who are, like, have, like, a hive mind kind of thing. But not really. Like, they're connected, and their powers are stronger when they're together.
They're twins? Or?
They're triplets.
Yeah.
So, there's 3 of them, obviously, and when they're together, as we saw, that's who she was like. It's interesting because you can see the pieces fall into place.
Right.
Like she kept talking about her family. It was her 2 sisters.
Right. That were locked up.
That were locked up, and and she was the one that got away because they were coming after her too. So the voices in her head were her sisters, like run or whatever. So that was crazy. I was like, oh, everything's falling into place. And when she finally got them all together, you saw how powerful they were.
Right.
And I was telling you, like, telepaths are like the strongest people in like this X-Men Marvel universe because it's like
X-Men Marvel. It's
not really Marvel, but it's like in the X-Men corner of the Marvel universe, they're really strong because we have like Professor X and Jean Grey and Emma Frost, and that you could do a lot with telepathy, and as you can see,
right?
Just implant memories. You can read minds. Obviously, you can pretty much force them to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
As you saw, like when they got together, that was
the most brutal sequence I have seen in a long time.
That was interesting because like we were talking about it before I saw it, and you were like, "Oh, you thought that was like the reveal was crazy. You can see what happens at the end." I was like, "Oh, you were not kidding."
It was hard to watch. It kept going. I was like, "Oh my, is it gonna end? When's it gonna end?" And like, no, shots.
It's like I'm really interested where they go from here because like, obviously she's on their side. She's on the mutant side.
I mean, yeah, but like
it's interesting because like it's hard because she's on their side, but why couldn't she just been straight up with them?
Yeah.
So it's like, do you have an ulterior motive?
Well, again, the show is exploring the Professor X Magneto kind of dynamic, where it's like how much force is too much force when the opponent's trying to kill you. You know what I mean? She may have taken an extreme, but is it like a acceptable reaction? Yeah. But I also feel like this show has a lot of symbolism, and you know, these people all wearing uniforms, like the imagery. Mm-hmm. You know, was kind of meant to say.
No, I know what you mean, because it's like they were locked up and they're all wearing the same thing. They were locked up,
wrongfully convicted. They've had peers who have been shot and killed by
police. That's the whole theme of the X-Men, where like they're being persecuted for being different, mm-hmm. which is, as we know in history, that's happened a lot. So it's just like, you know, they don't care. Obviously, the Stepford Cuckoos don't care. They're like, I'm gonna kill these people because they locked us up, mm-hmm. and they don't deserve to live.
They kill us in a second.
Yeah, they don't deserve to live. Killed a lot of people. They're the one who survived.
And Polaris feels a similar way, I feel like.
She's getting there, and like in the first episode we saw that, like when the guy got hurt and she was just like rampaging and mm-hmm. trying to really hurt the guy, almost killed him. But she's pretty like that happened, but we really haven't seen that again since. You know, we've seen her like upset, like we've seen her like use her powers, but it's like, you know, to the extreme that we just saw.
Right.
And it'll be interesting, like you said, like, now you've seen the extreme, like, yo, I'm just going to kill with abandon, like, mm-hmm. I don't care. And, like, but if they're like, no, we're not supposed to be killing, we're supposed to look for a compromise, and we're supposed to live in peace.
That's Eclipse's response, I feel like.
That's all the response, yeah. It should be, anyway. Definitely, like, Johnny's.
Right.
Because he's very peaceful and whatever.
He's been instated as the Mutant Underground leader for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, did you read the reports that said Polaris is going to go through, like, a second mutation?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, like where...
I love second mutations. Those are great.
And I guess her power is going to become, like, really different?
Where
do you see that going?
I don't think... Does she have another power in the comics?
What about... We can basically equivalent...
Because Emma... second mutations are rare. In the strictly all the comics, they're rare, but they do happen, and they vary. Like, Beast had a second mutation, was getting blue fur. Mm. That was his second mutation.
Right.
Because in his first appearance, he's a normal guy. Emma Frost is probably the best example of a second mutation, where her first mutation is telepathy, and then her second mutation was her going diamond, is her second mutation.
Right.
So, and even like Jean Grey. Jean Grey, telepathy first, second was telekinesis, was her second mutation.
Right. So does the second mutation cancel out the first set of powers?
No, not necessarily. They could work in conjunction, like the Beast or Jean Grey.
Yeah.
But Emma Frost's works against hers, because when she's in diamond form, she can't use her telepathy.
Right. Yeah.
But she has impervious. She's impervious and extra strength.
Right.
So it's like she doesn't really want to go diamond because she likes her telepathy, but she'll use it when she has to.
Yeah.
So
I feel like Polaris essentially stands in for Magneto in this show. You know.
Yes. But it's like almost like early Magneto, because
right.
like you can see the rage.
Yeah.
But like obviously she's aligned with the underground, and maybe seeing the Stepford Cuckoos going this way may
deter her.
Well, what did she tell you when you talked to her? Did you bring that up?
Of course. I mean,
you don't want to say this now?
I mean, she basically. The best way to put it is, her and Eclipse have differing views.
Okay.
I get the impression that those differing views are going to become a lot more clear in the coming episodes. Mm-hmm. And I get the feeling that Polaris might be something crazy is about to happen to her, and that's going to maybe separate her a little bit from the underground. I don't know for sure, you know?
Yeah.
But they're really, really pushing for, like, the Magneto connection. You know what I mean? Which means they're either going to veer off from what happened with him, which fans know happened with him, and surprise us by keeping her kind of more on the good side, or they're just going to keep it standard and have her go balls to the wall.
Well, you said it was interesting because, like, the Stepford Cuckoos and Polaris are, like, Professor Xavier and Magneto. Just similar powers, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And obviously the Stepford Cuckoos are not Professor Xavier on the good side.
Right.
You know what I mean? So maybe they're trying to flip it.
Maybe.
Where the Professor Xavier in this scenario is actually the bad one, and the Magneto is actually the good one trying to save Professor X kind of thing. That would be interesting.
But you point out a good point is that the illustration of all those police dying, is that going to deter Polaris? Is that going to be like, oh, wow, like that's a lot of lives cost. Do I want to be like the Stepford whatever?
Yeah, I don't want to be, do I want to be like that? You know what I mean? Just killing with abandon. Just like, I'm just going to kill people because they did me wrong. It's just like, who are you? I don't know.
And now that they don't have, like, Strucker was working on the relationship with Turner or whatever, and he was, like, turning to be...
Yeah, cause that's another point. So we'll go into that now. Like the parents go to Turner because they know his address. The wife was there that helped. And they kind of, like, they had the gun to be like, don't try anything. So they sat down and talked about it. And they went through, like, this whole, like, what was it, like a debate over like what's right and what's wrong, and it's like, well, you don't know everything about this, and he realized that he didn't. Like, you can see his face,
right?
Like, good on the actor to like really portray that. He
has some of the best performances in the show. I'd
say.
Like
he's really good. Like, you could tell by his facial expressions how he's feeling internally,
right?
And he doesn't really show it though. Like, he doesn't say it, but you can see it in his face, and it's just like he tried to put up a front, like, oh, I know exactly what's going on, everything's legal, right? But in the back of his mind, he's like, maybe it's not.
Yeah.
So then we saw that later on when he goes over there and like, can I see what you guys are doing?
Yeah. And
they were like, why do you need to know? Because I don't know if anything here is legal.
It sucks for him because now he's exposed that he's kind of weak within, his colleagues, and then this happened, so he's kind of fucked. Like,
yeah, I mean, it looks from the previews, it looks like he's just going to go balls to the wall.
Yeah.
I'm going after you mutants.
Now, yeah.
Because it's like, you can see the funeral, and like, he had to bury his like partner and stuff like that, and like, oh, you don't let this happen, and now he's just like, I'm going to get them.
And like, he probably thinks that Strucker just like tricked him. You know what I mean? For the mutants to escape. He probably maybe thinks that the mutant underground was working with those...
Maybe, the Cuckoos, yeah.
The Cuckoo.
Well, they don't know. They don't know they're not together. I mean, they were, actually, because she was there with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot gonna happen. So the show itself, like, I enjoyed the show. Like, I was very skeptical of the show. I think we had an episode about The Gifted, I feel, right? We
talked about it briefly within other topics, I think.
Yeah, and, like, I was always skeptical of the show. I was like, I don't know if an X-Men TV show would work.
You're right.
But especially without the X-Men. But it was just, like, it works really well.
Yeah.
And what the story that they're trying to tell. And, it's good to see, like, low-level X-Men or level people. You
know how you said that the girl started to annoy you? The girl sibling?
Yeah. Oh, she's starting to annoy you now?
Like, that episode, she was really annoying.
I'm telling you, like, you hated the kid, the boy, for a long time, and I totally understand that, but that was, like, he's young, so I'll give him that, but also that's, like...
He's just not a good actor, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. He's young, but it's like they pigeonholed him into that stereotype, you know what I mean? Like, the guy who's, like, I was, like... I'm always an angsty kid, but now I have power, and I'm power hungry.
Right.
And she was always, like, the cool one. Like, I was like, all right, she's all right. But, like, as we got, like, into the underground and, like, I don't know what it was about her. Not necessarily the performance of the actor, but it's just, like, I don't know, her character just didn't resonate with me anymore. I was just like, okay, now you're getting annoying, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then, like, I don't know, I don't know, it just feels weird to me because, like, their grandparents or whoever they were, like, the great uncle and aunt or whoever, their descendants were, like, always together, and I was like, it's just a weird relationship to me.
Yeah.
It seemed very weird. So, I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, what's also interesting to me is that they introduced Polaris' pregnancy, but, like, she's, like, doesn't even have, like, a bump, and she's, like, barely pregnant. You know what I mean? Which makes me just think there's got to be something more to that, too.
I mean, you don't really get the show until, like, what, 5 months, 6 months?
No, I know, but the fact that they chose to introduce that, like, right off the bat, you know what I mean? I feel like says something about where it might be headed. Because, like, why just...
She might... I mean, this is getting very dark, but it's, like, maybe her turn to the dark side is, like, her losing her child in a fight, you know what I mean?
I think that we're on the same page with that. Because I just... what are we gonna do? Go into the second season and she's like still
pregnant.
You know what I mean?
It's
just like it seems like, and also like, are they gonna bring a newborn onto the show so early? Like,
I mean, you have to time skip it. Like, second season would be like 3 years later, and the kid's like 2.
Logistically speaking, I just don't see that.
Yeah. I don't know. If we get a second season, it's just like they have a lot to explore and to figure out.
There's a second season.
I'm sure there will be. Yeah. Just like I feel like it's doing well enough in viewers that we'll get a second season.
There's a second season.
Yeah.
Exclusive
over here. But yeah, I mean, I really feel like I don't want a death of a fictional baby or unborn child or whatever, but it's just like I feel like that's the way they're going. And
well, they already brought up the possible death of like if she gets into custody, the feds will kill the baby.
I thought they would just take her away.
No,
the baby away.
They would abort it.
They said that?
It's heavily implied.
I thought they would just take it away.
It's heavily implied that that's the standard.
I thought they would just take it away when it was born.
I don't even think they go that far.
Okay.
They are exterminating, you know?
I don't think they want to exterminate.
I think that they do.
I think they want to just use them for their own stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's why they're brainwashing them with drugs. They want to use them for their own stuff, yeah.
I don't know if they'd want to raise that's easy.
They're probably easier to train up. Like they're from child. Like, okay, no, this is the way things are done.
Yeah.
You don't have to actually drug them up.
I don't know why. I just got the impression that like they would, especially that early on in the term,
Yeah, true.
So, because everything in the show is like brutal, and that's like the most brutal.
I mean, maybe I feel like I'm going a little off topic, but I feel like I might be in the minority on this, but I don't really like her relationship with Eclipse.
No, me either.
It's like I don't think they have chemistry. There's like no chemistry.
Well, I think their relationship is going downhill.
Maybe he'll die.
Because remember, like, Polaris is a really emotional person, and she does have like bipolar disorder. I think.
Yeah, they keep bringing that up, and then I don't really see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
I really don't see it.
But that's like in real life. You don't see it until you see it.
Like, we saw in the first episode when she went crazy.
Yeah.
Like she was just like Super Saiyan, like okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. We just don't really see it. Like she has mood swings clearly, but it's just like I don't know. Nothing like strikes me like, oh, you might have. Like,
but I also, it is important to show because I, know quite a few people with it, and it's like you're a normal person too. You know what I mean? It's just like either you have coping methods, or you know what I mean. It's like when you do have incident, like it's you don't like. It's just not. So, it doesn't have to be so like in your face. Like a lot of other shows.
I know. Yeah.
Ride mental illness, But yeah, it's interesting. I do think that they're... Remember when he went to, like, see his old girlfriend?
Yeah.
Like, she, like, hasn't trusted... Remember how she, like, left him? Like, she went to go see what he was doing, and then when she saw it and he was in danger, she just left. I didn't think that says a lot about where the relationship's headed,
I mean... Yeah, I think I always hate... Because I don't know if that's true. Like, I don't think it's, like, real. When it's, like... How could I have told you? Like, just like when she confronted him about it. She's like, well, how was I supposed to tell you? I mean, just tell her. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, I would feel like she would understand. Like, look, by the way, to get you out of prison, I went to see my ex and did a couple jobs for her, and now she's wanting me to pay up now.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I feel like she would be very understanding.
Yeah.
I don't know, especially.
We need that drama, Phil. We
do, but especially since she knows because they met when he was with the ex.
Right. Yeah.
And that's how they met. So it's like, okay, you already know what I've dealt with and I'm dealing with. So I don't know. It's just that
people do it in real life too. I'm like, why didn't you just tell your girlfriend that?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know.
With my friends, I'm just like, bro, like, fucking just tell your girlfriend, like.
Yeah. I mean. Not to get too personal, but like I've done that in the past where it's just like, I should have just said it.
Yeah. But everyone has. Why didn't I just tell the person? Or
it's like, why didn't I just say it? Like, I don't know.
But whatever. It's TV, I guess.
Yeah.
They don't want to set a good relationship example.
Like you said, drama. They want the drama.
Yeah.
So I mean, let's go through the character. I feel like the ones who are like untouchable are Blink, Johnny, and Polaris.
Yeah.
Untouchables. Like they're not going nowhere.
Right.
Like I feel like Eclipse is expendable, or at least can go away. The Stepford Cuckoos could, but I feel like they won't. They might just go away.
Those kids can't go away.
Oh, the kids, yeah.
I think one of the parents could go.
But we talk about that too. Like the father was annoying at first.
The father can go.
No, the father was annoying at first, but he kind of grew on me. Now the mother's really annoying to me.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, yo, she can go. I don't know. I don't like the kids. I don't know. I just don't like the kids.
They're only the entire show. No way.
They didn't. I don't think they needed.
You know
them
what
in
they
show,
need? I
though.
think they're preparing to show more of Jeff Johns' character.
Which one?
The guy, what's his name, Glass or whatever, who has like the face, like the
blackface.
What?
What are you talking about? The one we already know?
Yeah, he's been on the show.
Yeah, the guy who's like in complete paint, right?
Yeah.
Like it's black paint and like white eye or whatever he has.
No, he's black.
No. He's in complete black paint. He's in black paint. Unless you're talking about the other guy. Which guy are you talking about?
Black paint?
Like literally, not black like African American, like black, like your coat.
No, I don't know. He's African American.
No, I'm not saying he's not, but he's like in black paint.
I'm like, yo.
I'm not saying he's not.
I know.
But he's actually like dark black, like this mic here. It's like black.
I don't know.
Am I completely wrong?
I don't know who you're talking about, and you don't know who I'm talking about.
I don't know if we're talking about the same person.
Let me look it up.
Anyway, while you do that, I'll just talk. Just like, I like Polaris' character. I like Johnny and Blink's character. I feel like we need... Okay, Sonya's gone, so they could, like, replace her with someone else.
Right.
Eclipse, I guess... I don't know. I think...
I like his powers.
His powers are okay. It's like light, right? That's what it is. It's not really fire. It's just light.
Yeah, it's like beams. Shatter. That's his name.
Let me see. Do you have a picture of him?
I guess.
Yeah. See, I'm not crazy.
I didn't recognize the paint.
Yeah, he's completely. That's paint. I'm like, he's not that.
It is paint.
Yeah, that's paint. I'm like, I knew we were talking about the same guy. I was just like, no.
I just thought he was.
He was in the last episode.
It didn't look that dark.
But what is his power again?
I guess he's just impenetrable. I don't know.
Oh no, that's not the guy because he died. Remember the guy like early on where he kind of like went. He was disappearing. He could go invisible.
Yeah, he died.
He died, right? Yeah.
But they keep giving him more lines as each episode.
But he's very memorable. I mean, you know why they keep giving him more lines? Because it takes so long to put the makeup on. They just let him do all his lines.
Yeah.
In one day.
Yo, like that actor just stands there in the background with all that.
I know. I'm like, yo,
on.
he's in there for like 4 hours in the chair, and he's only like 4 lines.
When did Jeff Johns make that character?
I don't know. I didn't know he made that character.
Yeah, he brought it up at the Doomsday Clock event.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, because he's like, oh, how do you like The Gifted? And he's like, you don't have a character in there, right? And I was like,
oh, good.
It's like,
him.
Shatter.
Jeff Johns. I should look up some Jeff Johns X-Men comics. I think he would have.
Morlocks #1.
The Morlocks.
What the fuck is that?
The Morlocks are like mutants from like the sewer. That's literally what they are.
Ability to crystallize liquids into solids. Crystal body, accelerated healing factor. That's quite useful.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Can I like your blood into solids and kill you? You know what I mean? Kill you that way, give you a heart attack.
Yeah, why haven't we seen him go?
I haven't seen him do anything.
He hasn't done shit. Yeah.
Is there any like new mutants you want to see? Either by name or like power set. Like, I would like to see someone who could fly.
Yeah, they they have, you know, the money that they spend on Blink and Eclipse and Polaris. You know, they're pretty fucking powerful. I would like to see some mutants who have some like low key powers. Like, you know, you turn into a lizard or some shit.
Turn into a lizard.
Like some, you know.
I would love to see Wolfsbane. It's a girl who could turn into a wolf.
She's like a wolf. New Mutants.
Oh, that's right in the movie.
Yeah. That's gonna be an interesting movie.
That's like a horror movie.
I don't even know what to expect.
That's a horror movie for sure. I mean, yeah. I don't know what else I would want to see.
Like, you can whistle really loud and, like, destroy eardrums or some shit. Like, I love the Mutant Universe for that. Like,
I do anything.
These just, like, tiny little powers that they, like, somehow work into this, like, you know, they can do cool things.
I'm trying to think. There's some, like, really funny ones that, like, their powers kind of suck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a couple ones. I'm trying to remember some that I actually want to see, though.
Yeah.
Like, that are not actually, like, okay, we're not going to get Gambit. We're just not going to do it. We're not going to get Rogue.
That's what I mean. I think...
Like a Multiple Man. Like, I know we're getting a Multiple Man movie with James Franco.
Wait, really?
Yeah. But, like, him and Polaris have a thing in the comics. So I was just like, I would love to see a Multiple Man on this show.
Are you surprised that they pulled in Polaris for The Gifted?
No.
Yeah.
No, I mean, her power set's pretty, like you said, flashy, and that's good for TV.
Yeah.
But I was hoping like Multiple Man would be in there.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they were together in that X Factor, that book.
They could do like a play on Wolverine, you know.
I mean, you don't need to. They could have a movie version and a TV version. You know what I mean? I'm sure the Gifted's not really connected to the
with some
X-Men universe.
kind of, you know, they could call out because we already know that the adamantium is available.
Yeah, I mean, they said it was pretty hard to find or whatever. I'm just gonna.
Did they say that?
Yeah, when he made the adamantium. I mean, that's a lot of adamantium.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I was just like, yo, how'd you get all that fucking adamantium?
Yeah, I was like, what the?
Let's see, Polaris and. What was it, Havoc I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Havoc, sorry. Not Multiple Man. I would love to have Havoc on the show.
Maybe they'll kill Eclipse and bring in Havoc.
Havoc, that's Cyclops' brother.
Mm.
Yeah, he's powerful too. He does almost like Eclipse, which is like...
Can you see him being used in a movie universe?
Oh yeah, easily. But you could say the same thing for Polaris.
Yeah.
But it's just like... Look at the old costumes.
I don't think they're going to introduce any new characters for a while.
Not even in season 2?
They can barely use all the characters that they have. Like, you know, the storyline switches up so much you can tell that they're building a foundation.
Look at this. Did you see this one?
The Gifted is thinking about Polaris and Havoc.
No, I'm not going to open it.
Comic book. You'll get bombarded with advertisements.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't need that. That's what I was thinking about. Look at this. That's Wolfsbane right there. Okay. Shatterstar. Oh, Shatterstar would be interesting. Like luck. He has luck manipulation.
Did you read a lot of X-Men comics?
Yeah. Shatterstar is a good one. Shatterstar is a good one. Shatterstar. No, he's not. That's Long Shot I'm thinking of. That's Shatterstar. Long Shot. Yeah.
Ooh, he has a nice look about him.
He manipulates luck. Mm. He's like he could be like the luckiest man in the world.
There's some DC character that they just had that can do that. I forget what her name was.
Luck manipulation?
Yeah,
there's
Flash.
Oh yeah, but I don't think that was the same one. The one I'm thinking of is Jinx.
Oh yeah.
Jinx is the one I'm thinking about. It is like his most recent thing. He had like a own mini-series.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited about where the Gifted's headed for sure.
Yeah, I like this a lot. The show is really good. Yeah, we were like, how are they gonna like pull it off with the powers and low budget and whatever? But everything looks good to me.
Yeah,
like they're smart. The characters they chose are just enough low key powers to just do enough to keep us like, oh, that's cool.
And maybe, hopefully, with the success of season 1, maybe they can like up
get a budget.
Yeah. Thanks for saying it nicely. Yeah.
Oh, they get Disney money now.
Yeah, they get that Disney money, Disney dollar.
Get that Disney dollars. Damn.
But any other moments in the first half?
Oh, you know I would love to get Dazzler on this show. Talking about sound.
Yeah.
Her powers are like she absorbs sound and unleashes it as energy.
Oh, fuck.
And she's like a singer. That's her profession.
That's dope.
Yeah, look at this.
The Dazzler.
Dazzler.
Hotel named that.
Dazzler.
Oh, Purdy.
Dazzler.
Oh, yeah, that would look dope in a comic book page.
That's her new costume. This is her old one.
Oh, with the guitar.
I don't know who that is. It could be Deadpool for all I know.
Yeah, I kind of hope we don't get anyone that like metamorphism or...
Metamorpho? But that's in DC, right?
Yeah. But, like, you know what I mean.
Or if you get, like, Morph, the guy who could transform to people. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's just
here's her new
costume.
It's too
It's too, like, we've seen so much of that in the movies that I think they need to, like, leave it out of the show.
Oh, we get Boom Boom? What's her name? Boom Boom? You ever saw X-Men Evolution?
A few episodes.
I'm glad you have. I would have been like, oh, never mind. I feel old.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Oh, my God. X-Men Evolution. Now you're making me look it up. X-Men Evolution. It was a good show for a while, too. And then it just, like, went to crap.
Hence our reaction.
Yeah, that Colossus.
What, you got, for Secret Santa, you got an X-Men series.
I got the animated series,
nice.
Yeah. For the Dark Phoenix saga.
You watched it in full before, or no?
Oh, yeah, I've seen the whole season, the whole show before. But it's nice to have it.
Maybe that's what I'll do this Christmas, because I always like to watch, like, a whole bunch of TV shows during Christmas break.
If they could bring, on the Disney streaming service, if they have the whole X-Men animated series... Yo.
DC, I feel so bad for DC. Like,
Did you watch this show?
They're just like getting up on. I didn't see the reanimated.
Wolverine and the X-Men. That was a good one.
No.
But it only went like a season. I don't know why. That was a good show.
I feel really bad for DC. They're just gonna get like they're just starting to like catch up in the animated world. Now Disney's gonna have this streaming service. It's gonna have like all this fucking shit on it.
I would love for them to make a new X-Men show. Cause did you watch Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes?
Mm-mm.
That's a good show, and then they like rebooted it to be more like the Marvel Studios movies.
Oh really?
But the original series was like really good.
There's so many good animated series.
It's like
that I haven't
Avengers. This
I'm still on like I watched all Justice League Unlimited, but I never watched Justice League.
This is so good. This was so good, and like they have
Avengers Assemble.
No, it's called Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Mm.
I think Avengers Assemble is the new one.
Yeah.
That's not as good. That one's more in line with the movies. This one is like just based on the comics, and it's really good. And it's like, and it has like the best theme song.
The only way I can even find it's like sometimes you search in Amazon or whatever, and like the only way to watch these is like watch Cartoon Online.
Yeah, it's hard because like this these are on like on they don't even show this anymore because they want you to watch the new one, and that's why they canceled this one even though it's like really freaking good. Ugh, anyway, that's
it's
annoying.
Like I would pay a little bit, but like you know, and it's like so hard to find. It's like you just.
Nah, I just got into like a Google image dump.
A binge.
A binge. That's too funny.
But anyhow, any closing thoughts on The Gifted?
Yeah, if you guys haven't watched it, you guys should definitely watch it. Like,
yeah,
find it online or
Hulu maybe.
Subscription or something. Is it on Hulu? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I mean, if
now that the Fox thing.
I mean, if you have like Optimum and like Verizon, I'm sure you can find them like on demand or something. Because on Channel 5 or Fox, it's 5 for us on here in New York, but like Channel Fox. And yeah, I mean, it's a good show. I'm looking forward to the last few episodes of the season, and
I wouldn't rate it in my top of the year comic book shows, but
oh, you want to do that now?
I mean, I didn't even think about.
Nah, we'll do that on this. We'll do that in another.
Yeah, it's a little bit. That's a lot.
Video.
That takes some thinking.
Yeah, but it's good. It's up there though. I look forward to it every week. Put it that way.
Yeah, I do.
Which is like the best for me because like. If I don't look forward, that's why I stopped watching Gotham. That's why I stopped watching a few shows. It's like, nope.
Yeah.
Like even like Supergirl and like Legends, I'm like whatever.
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah.
Like I'm like I don't get out of bed for that. Put it that way. Just like I'll watch it eventually. Gifted, I'm like no, I need to watch this.
Yeah. Even the Flash sometimes I'm like.
I feel like we're with Arrow.
Yeah, not so much Arrow.
Flash, yes, because it's earlier on a Tuesday. Arrow's changing it to 9 on a Thursday kills me.
It does.
It kills me. Like I'm like, can we do this at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday?
Shield, again? I'm there though. I'm not missing the Shield episode.
Oh, Shield.
Yeah.
It's hard now. It's on Friday so late.
It's my excuse to not.
I might not even be able to watch it this week. Anyway.
Oh, because you're going to Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean it will end before then. I'll probably go out to dinner after that.
Yeah.
I mean it's DVR.
Where are you seeing it in Long Island?
No, in where I live.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like. I'll just watch it eventually, I'm sure.
I think I need to buy a ticket. Like, I don't want to hold out any longer.
No, I'm glad I bought it because I was like, I want to watch it this weekend so I could talk about it.
Yeah, I don't want to be. Yeah.
So I could talk about it here with people because I know Andrew's watching it today, Mo's watching it today, I think, and Jen's watching it today.
Maybe I'll go after work. There's probably a ticket at Battery Park.
Leave early.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking the first showing's at 7, so.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Okay.
All right, you guys. Well, Phil and I both like The Gifted. You should check it out. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
And we'll be back next week. I don't know what we'll be talking about. Wait, are we going to be back next week?
Why not?
You're going to be around?
Yeah. I'm not going nowhere.
I
won't be off that Friday. I'll be off that Friday, but.
Okay.
I mean, maybe we'll do our end of the year stuff.
That's a good episode.
I think the end of the year stuff we'll do.
Yeah.
So this is the first time we're on Facebook Live, so.
Oh, yeah.
We'll try to do this more often. If you guys like it, let us know.
Yeah.
You can find this recording on YouTube, on the Player.1 YouTube channel. Cape Talk, just search Cape Talk and you'll find us. Catch us on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, obviously, and on Player.1, the website. So
sweet.
Until next week.
All the plugs.
All the plugs there. Let's get that out of the way.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
Later.